Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Flick Experience. I'm the host man, Gabriel here. And as you know, notice right now, I changed the title of my YouTube which is my podcast name, and overall the show's name, Gabriel's Flick Experience. And yeah, hi. You can still follow me under GFE underscore hostman. So I just want to point that out. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is for this episode, I'm going to talk about kind of a bit of a nostalgia classic, which I have been seeing it on TV for a couple many times. Like, honestly, yeah, a really great animated like classic film for the DreamWorks productions, and that is the movie Shrek from 2001. It was directed by Andrew Adamson, Vicky Jansen. It was based on the book by William Steig, and it stars Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, Cameron Diaz, John Lithgow. I mean, what can I say? It's a classic. I did grow up watching Shrek all these years. I remember having the VHS copy tape from when it was first released. Now, I didn't see it in theaters at the time because again, I was very young, but I did get it on VHS that my parents got on me, and I just remember I would just play that film nonstop. And honestly, it is probably one of the best, funniest movies I've ever seen because just the concept. It's literally just the fairy tales that we've all seen in like these Disney films and then other like stories that we've always heard in bedtimes, and it has a twist to it with some parodies of it. And I'm not really sure if Shrek was the first ever movie to start this trend of other like fairy tale parodies that to try to copy it, like Hoodwink, and then there was like these direct to DVD films that were also took fairy tale stories like that and make a twist out of it. I think it was one called Happily Never After. But Shrek was one of those films, and what can I say? If you guys haven't seen Shrek, what is wrong with you? You got to go watch it. So what's the movie about anyway? Well, Shrek, played by Mike Myers, is this ogre guy living in this fairy tale land sort of thing. And Shrek, he's kind of, when you watch him in the opening scene, you think he's just this ugly ogre monster guy, but you kind of like him because he just seems he's like this lonely monster in a good way, and he's just having the time of his life. He has his own swamp. He's happily being alive there. He scares off the villagers, and he's just living the life. I mean, the iconic theme song "All Star" by Smash Mouth by the intro. I mean, it's still a catchy song. I didn't listen to that over and over again, but I could see why that song became a hit from that movie. And then during the recordings of all, I mean, Mike Myers voicing him as Shrek with a Scottish heavy accent, playing that character. He's fantastic. So Shrek has a swamp. He's living a happy life until he meets Donkey, played by Eddie Murphy, the annoying ass talking donkey who never stops speaking. And there's some great lines in there when Shrek and Donkey first meet. Donkey just happily just straight up annoying him since Donkey was almost captured. And then Shrek is all like, "Listen, little donkey, take a look at me. What am I? Uh, really tall? No! I'm an ogre! Grab your forks and pitchforks. Doesn't that bother you?" I mean, this movie has so many quotes that are so quotable to this day. And Eddie Murphy, yeah, I mean, he's great as Donkey, but I'm not gonna lie. I always found him pretty fucking annoying. Like, I could understand why Shrek's pissed off. Now, don't get me wrong, Donkey's a good supporting character. He's always there by his friend's side, and he's always trying to help him. But you gotta admit, he's really annoying. Doesn't know when to shut out his mouth. Doesn't know when to say the wrong thing or at the wrong timing. If you really think about it, there was even some moments where Shrek is trying to have like a moment, and Donkey just comes in and kind of just ruins the moment. That's my only words taken on it. But overall, he's great. Along the way, Shrek Ek is trying to get Donkey out of his sight, and then these fairy tale creatures keep coming in, and now they're just like living as a residency. Shrek is forced to like figure out a way to get these fairy tale creatures out by going to this Lord Farquaad guy played by John Lithgow, and he's supposed to be like this duke or ruler trying to become a king, but he can't become king unless he marries a princess. And that's when Princess Fiona comes in. Some beautiful princess locked up in a tower, and Shrek goes to this Farquaad guy. They have a little bit of a WWE match along the way, and I have to admit, I thought that scene was pretty cool with the background music, Joan on a Jet song. It was a fun scene. Farquaad makes a deal with Shrek and tells him to go on this quest to find this princess for him, bring her back so I can marry her, and I'll give you the deed to the swamp. I mean, there's a lot of good humor that Shrek has along the way. Hey, there's even some adult humor too that even like grown-ups can watch this film and they could take a laugh at it. It's like a subliminal message, but it's just fun, honey. Like jokes like, "Wow, I know. Oh, it seems the exotic tower is pretty creepy, but look at the location." He's trying to be a comedian. I'm sorry if I get the quotes wrong. He's just pretty funny to me. Though another famous quote that I always like is when Shrek and Donkey are just walking through the flower plantation, and Donkey's all like, "What is it? What do ogres have in common?" And the best one is, as usual, it's like Shrek is trying to say, ogres are like onions. They smell? Yes. No. Oh, they're really bad. No. Oh, they smell rotten and other stuff. No. Layers. Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Onions have layers. You get it. We both have layers. Still, Donkey is just trying. I just love the bickering how Shrek and Donkey are going back and forth Earth and stuff. And in Shrek, as usual, Myers is just perfect, just playing the role. It's like, no, you dead amateur miniature beast of burden. Ogres are like onions. End of story. Bye bye. See you later. I mean, it's great moments right there. They arrive at the castle. There's a big firing, breathing dragon. Somehow, has like the hots for Donkey. I didn't even know it was a female dragon. That to me always threw me off because in later sequels they have babies, and I just never thought. I just thought it looks creepy to me. So Shrek, dressed as a knight, finally gets to Princess Fiona, and she's like waiting there on the bed, ready to be kissed by her savior knight. It's something like Sleeping Beauty, like. And all Shrek just does was just shake the shit out of her, and she's like, oh, my noble steed, and all this stuff, and they get her out and escape. Fiona's kind of disappointed because she was expecting like Prince Charming sort of a guy, but it's this ogre. And there's some really good themes in this movie too, like good morals too. Shrek can be such an unlikable jerk sometimes, but we kind of like him because like living this lifestyle, he likes to be solo and stuff. But there's also a sense of like kind of a bit of like resentful of being shameful. I think there's this one moment where Shrek and Donkey were talking about like, why do you keep people away? What's wrong with you? And then Shrek just feels like everybody hates me. I'm this ogre monster, honestly, and people judge me before or they even own me. Later on in the film, while Shrek and Fiona are walking back towards Farquhar, they sort of like get to know each other along. Fiona all of a sudden kicks Robin Hood's ass with Seven Thieves with this kung fu matchup straight out from the Matrix, and it's just like that was an odd. I mean, you get to see a princess kicking ass and defending for herself, and at the same time, you get to see this monster ogre and this beautiful princess just connecting with each other. So that I thought was a great concept and interesting theme that they were doing in this and Cameron Diaz and Mike Myers' chemistry as these two get together, they're great. It's almost like Shrek was falling in love with Princess Fiona and it just works. Later on in the film, Shrek is like desperately thinking like, should I tell her that I love her? Maybe she doesn't have to marry this Farquhar guy. And there's a bit of a emotional sequence where Shrek gets the wrong idea that Fiona doesn't like him at all, talking behind his back. When in reality, Fiona is also cursed because by nighttime, she also becomes an ogre-like monster, and the only way to break out of it was the true love's first kiss by marrying Farquaad. And Shrek gets the wrong idea, thinking it's about him. Fiona finally gets taken away by Lord Farquaad. The Shrek is angry, and he's just like, it's almost an emotional moment where Shrek is like, I don't need anyone. I hate everyone's my swamp. Oh, just me. No one else. They don't need to come in and do stuff for me. And then Donkey comes in and tries to tell him like, I know Fiona loves you, man. You need to go tell her you love him. So there's that element where it's like, it's not always the princess going for the good-looking prince. It's always it could be like this monster guy, but he has a bit of a nice personality. During the wedding scenes, Shrek crashes the wedding, and Fiona reveals to Shrek that she's also an ogre. Now, I always saw out of this ending where Fiona finally kisses Shrek and admits that Shrek loves her. There's this break. I have to admit, the lighting, the transition sequences with the animation, it is flawless. I mean, it still holds up to this day from 2001. We get this beautiful sequence for Fiona. We get the idea that maybe she turns to normal, breaking the curse, but no, it doesn't go that route. She just stays as the ogre monster dislike Shrek, and she thinks I don't get it. I'm supposed to be beautiful or something, and Shrek is like, no, you are beautiful. I love you the way you are. It's just one of those moments like, hey, I'm an ogre, you're an ogre, or let's like love each other. We get this happy ending. They're married, and it's go. So overall, I really like the Shrek film. Let me know in the reviews what you if you want me to do a whole series of reviewing all the Shrek films. And honestly, I really like this first one overall. The movie is timeless to this day. Again, I didn't see this first one in theaters, but I did see the rest of the sequels, like all in theaters. I don't know what they're gonna do for Shrek 5, that's also gonna come out near future, but like I don't know, but I am excited for this. Shrek is an icon and classic. It's a DreamWorks classic, and I forgot to mention when it came out, it made $492 million at the box office. It was also the first animated film to win the Oscar during the 2001 Academy Awards. Yeah, I always thought it was Toy Story, but no, it was actually this one, and then just hook it home. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on the Shrek films. So for my grading, I am going to give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. It's a nostalgia movie to me. It's a classic. Let me know what your thoughts on Shrek, and yeah, go see the film. And don't forget to follow me on my podcasting channel on all the audio platforms. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, GFB_Hostman. Send me an email for any questions or comments, or leave them right there on the YouTube channel. And please subscribe to my channel as well. And yeah, let me know your thoughts. So this is the host man Gabriel saying to you all, good night, everyone.